Certification strategy for professional cloud developer examination. If you look at the whole syllabus, right, you need to have high level understanding about all the services on Google Cloud Platform, and that's how you will plan or design your application to leverage that. But more in terms of actual work that you will be doing is you will be utilizing existing platform as a service or infrastructure as a service, and then you are developing an application and deploying that application into Google Cloud Platform. You need to have an understanding about, say, Java, data scientists or engineers, and that is kind of developers you can think of. You need to have good understanding or good hands-on on the microservices like Docker, PCF, GKE, and ECS. If you do not have that, that is not a problem, because time to time, and if you look at section 1 and section 2, we are going through those aspects of microservices, how you can develop and deploy your application inside Google Cloud Platform. And then you need to know how the build platform work, like CI/CD. Some of that is already covered as part of our foundation, and we are going to just reiterate that, like Cloud Build as an integration tool or deploy tool, which we are going to use it. And we already said, right, so you need to have clear cut understanding on the services. You should be able to develop and deploy your application inside Google Cloud Platform. You should be able to integrate your application with other Google Cloud Platform services and monitor application performance. But one thing in a mind, this is a developer course and not the cloud engineers course. Cloud engineer has got a different aspect of Google Cloud Platform. But developer is, you should be able to develop applications looking at Google Cloud Platform as a deployment platform, and then you are taking advantage out of it. This is not a big data course. This is not, operations course as such in App Engine, but you need to know how to create application for App Engine and deploy that in App Engine. So we are going to cover all of that. We have covered almost majority of the things which is required to write a simple application in the foundation itself, but we are going to just reiterate on that. Like Cloud SQL, you are not a data engineer, but you should know how to write SQL query, how to join a different data set together or tables together. It's a very generic SQL statement which you should be able to write it. This is not a big data course for sure, right? You don't have to understand the Hadoop architecture or Spark architecture unless and until you are preparing for data engineer certifications. So let's plan, go through demo and practice for sure, which is there in the the foundation course. Majorly, I would suggest you to go through the computing platform if at all you have not gone through. And the platform is open. You can explore, you can try to deploy your application. Make sure that you are understanding the pricing mechanism for the platform where you are deploying. As an example, Cloud Run, right? It's a serverless environment. You deploy your code, and if no one is accessing, Google will not charge you. So you need to make sure that you understand those parameters. If you launch, say, Compute Engine, and then you have deployed an application inside Compute Engine, you need to make sure that Google is going to charge you when the Compute Engine is running continuously for your duration. And there are some discounts which are applicable, but ultimately you need to understand the pricing parameters so that you can optimize your $300 credit. There are sample questions which we are going to give it to you after the course. But you need to make sure that you understand those questions. There are questions from Google Cloud Platform, Google documentation also. You can go through those before you appear for the exam. That's it, guys, as an exam strategy. If you have any questions on exam strategy, let us know. Otherwise, you can move to the next lecture.